Hi Leo, welcome to your general love reading. This is Pithiya's Prophecy Tarot. And this is going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. So Leo, let's get started. Again, do keep in mind that as is general, it's not going to apply to everyone. If it doesn't resonate at all, please don't force it to fit. Just check your other placements, and if that doesn't resonate as well, then check future readings. Okay, so let's get started. And if there's multiple people, you could be any one of these people. Okay, but I'm just going to read this as possibly your energy. So let's see. Leo, what is the message here for Leo? What's the message for Leo? Leo, what's the message here for Leo? We've got wildflowers and we've got justice. Okay, wow. And let's get a card from here, or two cards. What is the message here for Leo? What is the message for Leo? We've got imprisonment. Jeez. Okay, and one more. Courtship. Okay. With the house. Leo. Okay, so with wildflowers, it feels like some kind of awakening or an offer, right? Someone's had a realization that maybe some sort of offer that they've made during a courtship period, right? With this imprisonment, it feels like they feel like they can't get out of this now. They feel stuck and trapped by an offer that was made, okay, maybe during courtship. So it could even be like a proposal. And yeah, we've got justice, so it could literally be a legal, proceeding here. With the house, it's possible. I don't know, Leo, did you buy a house with this person and now you're sort of stuck? Okay, that's kind of what it feels like. But let's see, let's get the cards out. Ooh, just saw the Ten of Swords. Okay, let's see. Leo, what's the message here for Leo? What is the message for Leo? What's the message for Leo? Ooh, I just saw the Queen of Cups. Okay, what is the message here for Leo? Three of Cups. Okay. Page of Swords. Five of Pentacles. Oh gosh. And the Ace of Swords. Two of Wands. King of Swords. The Nine of Cups. The Ten of Swords. The Star. The Five of Cups. And the outcome is the Six of Cups. Okay. Leo, it feels like you've heard something with this Page of Swords. Okay, you've learned something. It may have to do with a celebration that was being planned. Okay, perhaps a wedding or an engagement. There's clarity about this. You've heard something. It is the truth. And it may be that somebody doesn't want to go through with this, okay, with this King of Swords. You could feel like this person, whoever you were in a relationship with, with this courtship, I don't think you've had like a formal commitment, okay, but maybe it was heading that way with the courtship, and this person could have become very detached here. They're very clear that they don't want this. They've communicated this to you. In the recent past, there was a crossroads, right? You decided, maybe the two of you decided to do this, okay? I think you maybe really wanted this. Maybe this person didn't, or they did at one time, they don't now. With this Five of Coins, somebody or both of you could be left out of pocket here, especially if you bought a house together, okay? Yeah, I think with the Nine of Cups, this is still something you desire with the Nine of Cups, okay? You want this. You feel very betrayed by this because it feels like it was heading down a path of some sort of serious commitment, okay? Now, what's hidden is the Star. So that's Aquarius energy. This King of Swords is also Aquarius energy. It doesn't have to be an Aquarius, but it's just someone in that energy. they may have something else, another goal. Okay, I don't know if it's a person, but it could just be another goal, something else that they want to do. Maybe they're not sharing that with you. Okay, now you're hoping that this person will change their mind, that they will reflect on this and decide that it's a bad move. Okay, but the outcome here is the Six of Cups. So I don't know. I mean, it's possible that you guys may go your separate ways here. Okay, let's see. Okay, message for Leo. Ooh. Lady Wisdom just flew out, which is like the High Priestess. Okay, what is the message for Leo? Message for Leo. Okay, why is the Three of Cups there for Leo? The Emperor. And one more. Ascension, the Chariot. So this person is moving on. Okay, this masculine energy, it's their call. Like they're making the decision to just move on. Move on from some sort of party or celebration that was planned, with courtship. It was culminating in an engagement. That's kind of what I feel. Let's look at this Page of Swords. The Demiurge and one more. The World of Light. Yeah. I think you've learned that this person wants to move on. It's with the World of Light is a sun, okay? There's a recognition that something you thought was going to be happy, Leo. With the Demiurge, it isn't true, it's false. Okay, the Demiurge is a false reality that's been highlighted for you. This is not going towards a commitment. That's become clear. Let's look at the Five of Coins. Three of Wisdom and the Knight of Shields. I mean, I think the fact is that when it comes to starting something together, with the Knight of Shields, you may have taken some sort of action rather quickly, okay? Like perhaps rush to buy a property. That's really what I feel with this house here. It feels like some sort of tangible asset commitment was made, okay? Maybe pretty quickly. And so now that's going to, there's a worry that you'll be left out of pocket. Okay, and maybe it's a common worry, like maybe this person is worried about that too. But with the King of Swords, they're quite clear that they want out of this. Okay, now let's look at the Two of Spears. And of course, if you're cross-watching, this could be a Leo, okay, who's in this King of Swords energy. Let's look at the Two of Spears, Lady of Shields, and the Nine of Love. Now, the Lady of Shields, that's you, the Queen of Wands, right? So, this is something that you greatly desired, okay? If you're the feminine Leo, you greatly desired this. You were at this crossroads, it's like you were waiting for this proposal, okay? And instead, this person has become very withdrawn. They're very cold. They've gone cold. Let's look at the King of Swords. The Nine of Wisdom and the Squire of Shields. See, everyone's talking about this, that the fact that this person wants to be single. There's a lot of talk about it. Okay, this person, there's talk because it felt like this was going to go down a certain path of commitment. You even bought a house together. Okay, and now it's like this person wants to separate. Let's look at the Nine of Cups, Ace of Shields, and one more. The Ondura. See, this person feels differently, okay? Convenanza is Strength, which is your card. So this person feels differently, Leo. This new courtship, right? They feel differently about it, okay? They may have wanted it a lot, just as much as you at one time, but they're not seeing it like that. Now let's look at this Ace of Swords here. We've got the Last Judgment and the Ten of Love. Yeah, see, you're very clear. I mean, this person has communicated very clearly their decision about this, okay? Now, let's look at the Ten of Swords. I think it's pretty clear that you feel very let down by this person. You feel betrayed. Yeah, the bond home. See, they're... Let's get one more. Why is the Ten of Swords there? The Five of Shields. There's conflict. Okay, there's conflict now. There are fights. You feel betrayed. With the bond home, you may feel that you did something a little risky here. Like I do feel that you'll rush to buy something. Okay, very quickly with this Knight of Shields. It was very quick. That's the courtship, right? And then with this Three of Wisdom, something was quickly acquired or built up, like a house. That's what I'm getting. Okay, and now you may think that this was a risky move, like you, and there's fights about this. Okay. Yeah, let's look at the star. Where's the star there for Leo? Convenenza, here you are, Leo. And one more. Why is the star there for Leo? Five of Swords. See, this person is conflicted, Leo, okay, over this, but I feel with the star, there is something, this is what's hidden, okay, so it's hidden from you. This person has a goal in mind, okay. It could be a career goal, right? It could be something they want to achieve. They're not sharing with that with you, and they are conflicted, okay. It feels like they regret that they've had to do this, but it feels like they really want to go and pursue this star energy, and so they become cold and detached, you know, in order to separate themselves. Okay, and let's look at the Five of Cups. There's a Five of Cups there. The Four of Swords. Yeah, you want this person to think it over. And the Wheel of Life. Think about this big change that's coming, you know. You want them to reflect, because you're hoping that they'll realize that this might not be a good move. Now let's look at the Six of Cups. Why is the Six of Cups there for Leo? The Three of Shields and one more. There's a Six of Cups there for Leo. The Six of Love in the reverse. With the Eight of Shields. I think this person's going to move on, frankly. You know, which is why we have the Six of Cups in the outcome, right? I think this person will become a part of your past, okay? And with this Three of Shields and Six of Love reversed, it's like they're going to be a part of your past, but not a part of your past that you're going to look back at fondly, okay? I don't think you're going to be pining for this person, so that's good, okay? Eventually you will move on. You're not going to be, this won't be something that you dwell on, okay, Leo? So that's pretty good. But I think at the moment that you're going through this, it is obviously rough. You feel betrayed. Yeah, I'm not seeing another person here. I mean, there might be, the star might be, but I don't know. I almost feel like it may be a goal of some, or a dream that they have that they want to pursue. Okay. So yeah, that's what I'm getting here. And I think there's a realization maybe for both of you that you've trapped yourself into some kind of purchase or some kind of legal contract to do with the house. That's really what I'm getting there. Let's see. Okay, let's look at the wildflowers. What's up there? Yeah. Ooh, Two of Cups, Three of Cups. Yeah. There's an awakening about this. Okay. This party, you have had an awakening about this coming together and the celebration. This person, if they are the King of Swords, they have had an awakening that they regret that they've gone down this path. Okay. Now let's look at the imprisonment. Yeah, the Emperor. See, this person feels like their hands are tied by this purchase. Okay. Let's look at that house. Yeah, Seven of Swords. I think there's... Oh, let's look at it again. Why is the seven? I mean, why is the house there? Yeah, this person is conceiving a decision, okay, to do with this house. They feel very burdened by the purchase of this house, okay. If you haven't actually bought a house, then maybe it's just the sense of stability that you're moving towards. But I think for many of you, it is an actual house, and they feel like their hands are tied, okay. Okay, let's look at ascension here. What is ascension there for Leo? Three of Wands. See, when this person is seeing their future differently, when they look out now, they don't see this relationship. They're focused on something else, the star energy. Okay, whatever the dream or whatever is, they're focused on that. Now let's look at the demiurge. Yeah, the Nine of Swords. I think it's going to fill you with a lot of worry, right? That this person was sort of leading you down a path that you thought was going to lead to happiness, but instead it's like it hit a dead end. Okay, let's look at the world of light. The King of Swords. See, it's very clear that this person is done here, Leo. Okay, now let's look at this last judgment. Yeah, Five of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. I think if this person was not sure about, if this person was not sure maybe whether this was going to happen, like if they were going to end this courtship, yeah, I think they are clear now. Okay, we've got the Ten of Swords. So if you were unclear whether this person was going to leave you out, I think you've recognized now that they're hell-bent on pursuing something else. Yeah, I'm not really getting another person, I have to say. It feels like some kind of goal or distant dream that they wish to pursue. Okay, now let's look at this Ondura. Why is this person feeling differently? Why is Ondura there? The Hierophant. And one more. The Three of Pentacles. I think this person has learned something. Okay. They feel differently about a commitment, right? They've got loftier goals now. Okay, that's kind of what I feel. I'm not sure why the goal has suddenly become lofty. Maybe they thought the star was really too far out of reach before, right? And it's something that they think is maybe a little more in reach now. I'm not sure. This feels like a regular commitment, a regular life, building something together, being very practical. And maybe it's too practical for this person. Like they want something loftier, they want a dream, something like that. Okay, now let's look at this. Convenanza. Well, that's obviously you. Yeah, see, this person is very conflicted. Okay, they don't you can be clear that this person, it's not been an easy decision. They are very conflicted, but I think they recognize that if they're so conflicted, they can't enter into a commitment. Okay, and yeah, I mean, I wish they thought about this before you rushed and bought the house, but I think they're only realizing this now. Let's look at this Wheel of Life. And that's just the way sometimes things happen, right? Where's the Wheel of Life there? Yeah, Seven of Wands. You're trying to resist this, okay? You're trying to resist this. Yeah, here you are with strength. You're trying to resist this. You're hoping this person will wake up, smell the coffee, recognize this is a bad move, think about this. But maybe it's fated with the Wheel of Life, like this is a fated move. Maybe in time you'll feel like you dodged a bullet. I don't know. Okay. Now let's look at the Six of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, death. See, this is going to end. Okay, this is going to end, Leo. Here you are, the Queen of Wands. You are so attractive, and it's like this chapter is going to end. You'll move on. This person will recede into your past, and then you're not really going to think too much about them. Okay, that's what I'm getting. You're not really going to think too much about it. So it's painful while you're going through it. It's upsetting, but once this person becomes a memory, it's like you're not going to think too much about it. Okay. So that's what I've got for you. I feel like this move away is kind of fated with this Wheel of Life. It almost feels like this person is being urged to take a spin, go for this dream, whatever that dream is. It's sort of like they're being encouraged to pursue that dream. Okay, so that's what I've got for you. Okay, Leo, please tell me in the comments if it resonates. Do hit like, share, and subscribe. It helps the channel so much. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you next time.